Hey, hello everybody. Clearly I should be in bed by now. Today was day 24 in the 30-day speaking challenge in June, and I was a topic kind of based on something I saw in like a day in history. June 23, June 23rd, 1868. Was when the QWERTY typewriter patent was given. And the part of the story behind that is that the first keyboards were in alphabetical order, so A, B, C, D, etc. But the problem is that when those keys for the typewriter would get hit, they would instantly kind of jam. So actually, the QWERTY system is meant to be an inefficient typing system in order to keep these keys, to avoid these keys jamming, but it's not meant for the speed of looking for letters, which now you don't have that problem on a computer. So it's interesting to see that we keep 150 years later continuing to use that same layout. I know there have been a few other attempts at other systems. I think there's one that has kind of certain vowels, certain consonants that are meant to kind of allow people to keep kind of a steady flow of back and forth. And it also reminds me a little bit of the reason why car wheels are the width that they are, because they go back to the width of a train, and the train goes back to the width of Roman chariots, if I'm not mistaken. So our car wheels, and then the chariots, the Roman chariots, are a certain width, so that those wheels could avoid hitting a horse. So basically, we have a certain dimension, a certain measurement that's based around something that's been over like 2,000 years, and I'm not sure if anybody has really considered, like, why do we keep doing that? Should we change this? Why do we keep doing that? And I know that's part of something called like a paradigm, where just as a kind of a force of habit, something gets standardized. Sometimes it's a bit arbitrary. For example, like, why can't we play card games with black hearts, black diamonds, red clubs, and red spades? The cards would be perfectly the same, but if you pulled out a deck of cards that looked like that and tried to play poker, probably people would react strangely and like, what's wrong with these cards? They would still be perfectly functional cards, but just it would be some kind of it would make somebody get a little distracted, I think. But anyway, overall, for like the QWERTY keyboard, I feel like I'm able to do typing between about 60-70 words per minute, and I mean, I do a lot of typing with emails, messages for students, putting together notes, essays, things. So I do have to do a lot of writing, and on a daily basis. So I do think I've gotten fast at the typing. And for learning Russian, and also other languages with the accent marks, I have had to kind of figure out the ASCII symbols. So I have figured out like the 130 is, I think, like E with an accent. The 160 is the A with an accent for Spanish. 161 the I with an accent for Spanish. 168 the upside down question mark. 173 the upside down exclamation point. So I just have to rattle off a lot of these codes when I'm switching between some of the languages. For Russian, I've had to figure out through kind of trial and error what the layout is. So I think I do have kind of like ya, ts, s, m, e, te, miyaki znak, like the period and comma. And then I think the middle row is, I think if it's A, F, V, E. And then I think in the middle it's PROLD, and then J. And like the top is like I, kratke, what's the other one? Ch, no, ch, yeah. Ch, ch. Yeah, I think the ch is at the top. And then K, U, E, N, G, sh, ch, sh, sh, ch, and then ha. But I always have a little kind of guesswork on hitting a couple of keys when I try to type something in Russian. It isn't completely like, I could do a typing test or something. I would probably get a little frustrated with it. But that took some time. And I don't have any of those keys on my computer. So it's just through kind of memory and trying to figure some of that stuff out. But I also remember when I got to France, that would drive me crazy because the keyboards had AZERTY instead of QWERTY. So it was like AZERTY. And like Q and Z were at like the bottom. And there's something with like the letter, something with the letter A. I forget what it, yes, AZERTY. So the letter A, you have to go up. Z is not at the bottom, it's up there. And then there's something with like the commas or things. So I got used to it when I was in France. I got used to just typing on those keyboards. And then when I had to switch back to the QWERTY, I'd get like, that's going to take me a little bit of time to get back into it. Now I've completely lost the AZERTY layout, but it did get on my nerves for a while until, I was living there for a while, so I just had those keyboards. But then I did have an American keyboard on a laptop, so I did kind of have back and forth for that. But yeah, getting used to that for certain things, and I do recommend for students working on like the TOEFL with a different keyboard layout. If getting used to where are the punctuation marks, because usually the test centers will set things up with an American QWERTY keyboard layout. They might put a picture of the layout with the letters, but that can usually slow students down for the comma, period, etc. Okay. Hola a todos. Estamos hablando de el teclado QWERTY y que hace 152 años fue el patente para ese formato, si lo puedo decir así, o ese como puesto en orden. Um, yo creo que puedo teclear bastante rápido, como 60, 70 palabras por minuto. Um, pero me doy cuenta que cuando yo vivía en Francia había un otro orden de como A, Z, E, R, T, Y me costaba trabajo con esto. Um, y también me doy cuenta que ese formato de la máquina para escribir, pues um, ahora que tenemos computadoras, no es necesario tener ese formato, uh, porque el chiste de ese sistema es que cuando estaba en orden alfabético, el problema era que los teclados pues se mezclaban y entonces pues era un problema para usar la máquina. Entonces el sistema de QWERTY era que pues las teclados estaban como menos eficientes y la gente no tenía los teclados que chocaban con la misma frecuencia. Um, por ejemplo, para tener como Q y U están separados en lugar de como juntos o cercanos para que, um, que tocan al mismo tiempo. Um, ¿Y qué más? Uh, Eso es todo. Estoy un poco cansado, entonces voy a ya cambiar a otros idiomas. Pero, bonjour à tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, c'était le 24e jour du défi en juin et on est en train de parler du clavier et que en juin, le 23 juin 1868, il y avait le patent pour le clavier pour la machine à écrire de QWERTY aux États-Unis et que, au fait, ce format, c'était pour éviter que les touches se touchent parce que quand c'était en ordre alphabétique, euh, il y avait une tendance que les touches euh, euh, en jambes et que euh, ça empêchait que la machine marche correctement. Donc il y avait un ordre de moins efficace avec les lettres séparées et c'est ça qu'on utilise encore aujourd'hui. Sauf qu'en France, quand j'habitais là, c'était à Zerdy et ça m'a coûté, ça m'a pris du temps pour m'habituer à le placement des lettres et ça m'a rendu dingue des fois le changement entre la A et le Z et le Q et le W et ouais, c'était un peu embêtant des fois. Je crois que maintenant, avec le QWERTY, j'arrive à taper assez vite entre 60 et 70 mots par minute. Et bon, voilà, je suis un peu fatigué, donc là, je vais changer. Hallo an alle. Heute sprechen wir ein bisschen über ich denke, das ist der Klavier und ich weiß es nicht, eine Maschinen für Schreiben. Ich weiß es nicht, kann man sagen es. Und dieses System von QWERTY, es beginnt im 23. Juni 1868 und jetzt, das ist 150 Jahre, dass wir benutzen QWERTY, aber mit die Computer wir nicht brauchen das. Wir können etwas anderes benutzen, aber we continue. Ich kann schreiben zwischen 60 und 70 Wörter jeden jeden, das ist auf Deutsch, jeden Minute. Und was kann ich auch sagen? Ich bin ein bisschen müde und ich darf ins Bett gehen. Ciao a tutti. Oggi è il giorno 24. Parliamo un po' del giorno 23 1868 quando macchina per scrivere con QWERTY had a patent e continuiamo con questo 150 anni dopo, ma penso che per le computer non è requisito, not necessary, e perché possiamo scrivere senza cruciare, non so, non ho queste parole in italiano per parlare di questo tema. Sono un po' stanco, devo andare in letto. Всем привет! Сегодня мы поговорим немного о, как сказать, я не знаю. Пишущая машинка. Мы поговорим о пишущей машинке и с QWERTY. И это было в 1868 года. И мы продолжаем использовать это 150 лет. И думаю, что я могу пишу быстро между 60 или 70 слова каждый минут. И когда я хочу писать на русском, я должен подумать и где С, где П, где Р. Я не вижу буквы в компьютере. Я должен подумать, где это. И потом у меня много ошибки. Так, я не знаю много для, как сказать, писать и так далее. Большое спасибо и до завтра.